And so I'm used to going to strange places and seeing odd things. But the thing that caught me most by surprise, my strangest encounter, did not happen far from here. It happened quite near. I had to go to New Orleans, and so I was ready to get my party on. So of course you have to look your best when you go. And I dressed all in black, nice shoes. I pulled my hair up into a giant ball on top of my head. And yes, it is a lot of hair. When my hair is up on top of my head, children come over and ask if they can borrow it for basketball. And that is all right, I'm used to that. So I put a little decoration in my hair so I could look nice. My body was on the way to the airport, but my mind was already drinking the first margarita. I was in security, taking off my shoes, but I was already dancing in the streets of the French Quarter. And as I put my luggage on the conveyor belt, I noticed two guards drifting over. As my luggage went through the X-ray, two more guards drifted over. When I walked through the metal detector, which did not beep, two more guards came over. I had taken off all my jewelry. I had removed my belt. I did not have a metal plate in my head. It never beeped. And they all stepped forward, all six of them, and they said, "Excuse me, ma'am, there is a problem." And I said, "What problem?" And they said, "Oh, look out, boys, she's educated. She's got an attitude. She's gonna cause problems for us." They said, "Ma'am, you have set off an alarm." I said, "What alarm? I didn't hear anything." "We have an alarm that looks at the ingredients people are carrying and wearing, and you have set off an alarm. You are wearing something that could be used as a bomb."
What?
And I said, "What, my Chanel No. 5 is going to kill you?" And they said, "Could you come with us, ma'am?" And I must have looked like I'm not coming. So they said, "Let's call out the specialist. Excuse me, excuse me." And these two women came over, and they were big mamas. They each outweighed me easily by 50 pounds. And they said, "Can you come with us, ma'am?" And they gestured towards a door on the horizon. And on the other side of that door was a small, windowless room with a rubber mat and a silver tin. And as I walked to that room, I was envisioning every prison movie I had ever seen. Running through my mind was a scenario where they dropped the soap on the floor and they said, "Pick it up." They closed the door, they both turned to me, and they said, "All right, let's get down to business." They took out my papers, my ID, my bag. They opened everything. They unpacked all the clothes. They unfolded all the shirts. Now, granted, I have part to blame for this. I was dressed all in black. I was an intellectual. Clearly, that is a crime in America. They said, "Ma'am, you have to take down your hair." I said, "Why do I have to take down my hair? We can't see through your hair." I said, "Now let me get this straight. You can see my bones." "But you can't see my hair." "No, ma'am, we can't see through the hair." So I take out the hair and I remove the decoration in my hair, which is two long ebony hair sticks. And as I pull them out, they said, "Oh shit, she's armed! Look! Look, she's got blades in her hair!" I said, "It's a hair stick. Hair stick." And they looked at it and they said, "You sure about this?" I said, "That's what they told me when I bought them." They had me take down my hair. They put on gloves. They ran their fingers all through my hair, from root to tip. They unpacked everything. They looked through everything in my pocketbook. They said, "All right, now we need to do a body search." I said, "What kind of body search?" They said, "Oh, we have to check your clothing." Now, at this point, I have not done a lot of complaining. So they feel, oh, she's being cooperative. And since she's being cooperative, we can be a little friendlier now. So as the woman is putting her hand down my underwear, she says, "So, what do you do for a living?" And the other one has a hold of my ID, and she says, "Oh, she works at the Art Institute. She's a faculty person. She's an instructor." And she says, "Is this a liberal college?" And I'm thinking, well, should I answer this? What do they mean by liberal? Do they mean liberal as in I like to blow up conservatives? And so I said, well, it's, you know, an art school. And the other woman is saying, so how long did it take to grow your hair? You know, could you unbutton that for me? Yeah, thank you. And, oh, I'm going to look in your shirt now. You know, I'm going to peek and make sure you don't have anything hiding in there. And she said, you know, I really like your hair. In fact, your hair is the problem. You know, now that us sisters are all together, we can tell you the truth, the lowdown. Yeah, sister, it was the hair. You can't wear the hair up. They're going to stop you every time. And I said, well, all right, well, now that we're naked and intimate together, thank you for sharing that. And so she pats me down. She runs her hands all over my legs. She says, you know, usually I get a drink before this, you know. You know, can't we at least go on a date before we do this? And she says, oh, you're so funny. And so they say, look, here's what you have to do. Don't wear shoes with thick soles. Don't have your hair up. Don't carry anything odd. And I said, you mean like that umbrella I'm carrying? In the yoga bag? And we know the yoga bag is the international symbol of terrorism. They said, yeah, that's it. And they said, now, if you follow our instructions, you'll be fine. And so we all looked at each other. We gave ourselves the international signal for sisterhood. All right. We shook hands. Thank you very much. The door opened, and it was like, oh, she's free. The angels are singing. I ran to my gate, caught my plane, and I have never worn my hair up at the airport.